Welcome to Spain, a land where history breathes through ancient walls, and every sunrise paints a new masterpiece. From the towering cathedrals of old cities to the bright beaches of island escapes, this country is a celebration of life in every form. Here, passion lives in flamenco rhythms, in timeless architecture, and in every bite of a shared meal. Join us as we journey through Spain's most iconic places, each one telling a story rich with culture, soul, and unforgettable beauty. Standing tall in the heart of Barcelona, the Sagrada Familia is more than just a basilica. It is a living expression of visionary genius. Designed by the legendary Antoni Gaudí, this architectural marvel has been under construction for more than 140 years. Its towering spires and intricate facades seem to defy both time and tradition, blending Gothic majesty with organic shapes inspired by nature. The light that pours through its colorful stained glass windows casts a heavenly glow, turning the interior into a sanctuary of color and soul. As you step inside, the soaring columns resemble a stone forest, pulling your gaze upward in awe. Every angle, every surface tells a story, a spiritual journey captured in stone. While the basilica remains unfinished, that very sense of becoming adds to its magic. It is a place where art meets faith, where architecture breathes, and where visitors from around the world stand still in wonder. The Sagrada Familia isn't just seen, it is felt deep within. Perched high on Carmel Hill, Park Güell feels like Barcelona's dreamscape brought to life. Designed by Antoni Gaudí in the early 20th century, this park is a surreal fusion of nature, color, and architecture. As you pass through its grand gates, you're greeted by a world of twisting pathways, playful sculptures, and glittering mosaics made from ceramic shards. The iconic dragon at the staircase isn't just a symbol. It's a spark that invites you into Gaudí's boundless imagination. Wander further and the famous serpentine bench curves around a terrace like a living sculpture, offering sweeping views of the city below. The tiled surface reflects the sunlight in bursts of blue, yellow, and green, as if nature itself were painted by hand. Every column, every structure blends into the earth like it grew from the hillside. Park Güell is not just a stroll through a park, it's a journey through artistry and wonder. It reminds us that design can be playful and beauty can be found in every broken piece made whole again. At the heart of Madrid lies Plaza Mayor, a grand square that has witnessed centuries of Spanish life. Enclosed by stately red brick buildings with ornate balconies and arched walkways, it feels like stepping into a painting. Built in the early 17th century during the reign of King Philip III, the plaza has seen coronations, festivals, and even bullfights. Today, it echoes with the laughter of locals, the sound of street performers, and the clinking of glasses from cozy cafes that line the edges. As you walk across the cobblestones, every step tells a story. Statues stand in quiet tribute, most notably the bronze figure of King Philip III astride his horse in the center. In the warm glow of evening, when lanterns begin to flicker and the sky turns rose, the square comes alive with charm and rhythm. Plaza Mayor is not just a place to visit, it is a place to linger, to watch, and to feel Madrid's soul unfolding right before your eyes. In the center of Spain's vibrant capital, El Retiro Park offers a peaceful escape from the city's fast rhythm. Once a royal retreat in the 17th century, it now stretches across more than 125 hectares of lush greenery, making it one of Madrid's most cherished landmarks. The name Retiro means retreat, and that is exactly what it feels like. An oasis of calm in the midst of urban energy. The park is a living canvas of life and leisure. At its heart, the shimmering Estanque Lake invites visitors to glide across the water in small rowboats, surrounded by the majestic monument to King Alfonso XII. The iconic Crystal Palace, with its elegant iron and glass structure, stands nearby, often hosting art exhibitions that blend with the natural surroundings. Locals jog along shaded trails, artists sketch under the trees, and couples relax by fountains and flower beds. With every step, Retiro invites you to slow down, to listen, and to breathe. It is more than just a park. It is Madrid's beating green heart, where history and harmony come together in perfect balance. Resting above the city of Granada, the Alhambra is more than a fortress. It is a living poem written in stone, water, and light. Originally built by Nasrid rulers in the 13th century, this palace complex is a masterpiece of Islamic architecture, where every arch, tile, and courtyard speaks of beauty and balance. As you wander through the intricate halls of the Nasrid palaces, you'll find walls covered in delicate carvings and patterns that seem to echo whispered prayers from centuries past. Just beyond lies the Generalife Gardens, once the summer palace of the sultans. Here, nature dances with design. Fountains sing gently, flowers bloom in rhythmic harmony, and shaded walkways lead to breathtaking vistas of the Andalusian hills. The air is fragrant with roses and orange blossoms, and time feels suspended in a peaceful dream. The Alhambra and Generalife are not just historic sites. They are soulful sanctuaries where art, culture, and nature blend into a timeless vision of paradise. Standing proudly in the heart of Seville, the Cathedral of St. Mary of the Sea is one of the largest Gothic cathedrals in the world, a marvel of faith, grandeur, and craftsmanship. Built in the 15th century on the site of a former mosque, the cathedral rises with soaring ceilings, golden altars, and chapels that glimmer with centuries of devotion. Its sheer size and silence invite awe, and within its walls lies the tomb of the legendary explorer Christopher Columbus. Beside it towers La Giralda, once the minaret of the mosque and now the cathedral's bell tower. Climbing its 34 gently sloping ramps rewards you with sweeping views over Seville's white rooftops and winding streets. The tower blends Moorish grace with Renaissance style, a true symbol of the city's layered past. Together, the cathedral and the Giralda offer more than architecture. They offer a journey through history, where every stone holds a story, and every view opens the heart to wonder. In the heart of Valencia rises a futuristic dream, the city of arts and sciences. Designed by the brilliant Santiago Calatrava and Felix Candela, this vast complex stretches over nearly 2 kilometers and looks like something out of another world. With its gleaming white arches, glassy surfaces, and flowing shapes, it blurs the line between science and art, structure and soul. It's a space where innovation breathes and imagination finds form. Inside the complex, you'll find a planetarium, an opera house, a science museum, and one of the largest aquariums in Europe. The hemispheric, shaped like a giant eye, reflects perfectly in the still water surrounding it. Walkways weave between the buildings, while turquoise pools mirror the sky. The City of Arts and Sciences is not just a place to explore, it's a place to be inspired, to dream, and to feel the bold spirit of a city, unafraid to reach for the future. Rising majestically in the heart of Galicia, the Santiago de Compostela Cathedral is more than just a building. It is the final stop on one of the world's most legendary pilgrimages. For centuries, travelers from across Europe have walked hundreds of miles along the Camino de Santiago, drawn by devotion, adventure, or the simple longing for meaning. When they arrive, the sight of the cathedral's Baroque facade, glowing under the northern sky, stirs something deeply human. Inside, the atmosphere is reverent and timeless. Golden altars, ancient stone columns, and the embrace of incense fill the air with sacred stillness. Pilgrims gather at the tomb of St. James the Apostle, whose remains are believed to rest here. Above, the great Botafumeiro swings high through the nave, casting waves of fragrant smoke. Whether you arrive on foot or by heart, this cathedral is a place of reflection and renewal, a powerful reminder that the journey itself is as sacred as the destination. Bathed in golden sunlight and surrounded by the crystal-clear waters of the Balearic Sea, Mallorca is a true island paradise. The largest of Spain's Balearic Islands, it offers a perfect blend of dramatic landscapes, charming villages, and vibrant coastal life. From the soaring Tramontana Mountains to the quiet olive groves and turquoise coves, Mallorca feels like a place painted by nature's most romantic brush. capital, Palma, is rich in history and elegance, with its Gothic cathedral rising proudly above a maze of cobbled streets. Inland, stone villages like Valdemosa and Solar whisper stories of centuries past, while hidden beaches invite you to pause and breathe. Whether you're sailing along the rugged coast or watching the sunset from a cliffside cafe, Mallorca wraps you in a timeless calm. It is a place where the heart slows down, the senses awaken, and every moment becomes a memory kissed by the sea. Ibiza may be world-renowned for its electrifying nightlife, but its true essence runs much deeper than the beat of a summer party. Beyond the nightclubs and neon lights lies a soulful island full of contrasts, where serenity meets celebration and nature embraces ancient history. Whitewashed villages like Santa Gertrudis and San Juan offer quiet moments of reflection, while lush pine forests and rolling hills stretch across the horizon, untouched and timeless. As the sun rises over the Mediterranean, Ibiza transforms. Morning markets fill with colorful produce and handmade treasures. The clear waters of hidden coves like Cala d'Hort shimmer with peace, and the imposing rock of Esvedra rises from the sea like a spiritual sentinel. Dalt Villa, the fortified old town, tells stories of Phoenicians, Romans, and Moors through its winding cobblestone paths and high stone walls. Whether you're dancing beneath the stars or meditating by the sea, Ibiza moves to a rhythm that is both wild and calming. It's not just an island, it's an emotion, a destination that invites every traveler to connect, let go, and feel fully alive. Tucked into the hills of Andalusia, Frigiliana is often called one of the most beautiful villages in all of Spain, and for good reason. Its narrow, winding streets are paved with patterned stones and lined with whitewashed houses adorned with blue doors, colorful flower pots, and wrought iron balconies. The scent of jasmine drifts through the air, and every turn reveals a postcard-perfect view of the sea or the mountains beyond. But Frigiliana is more than just a pretty face. It carries centuries of history within its quiet corners. Once home to a thriving Moorish community, the village still bears traces of its Islamic heritage, especially in the old Mudajar quarter, where tiled steps lead you upward like a gentle spiral through time. Small artisan shops and cozy cafes invite you to slow down and stay a while. From the hills above, the Mediterranean glimmers in the distance, and the pace of life feels like it belongs to another era. Frigiliana isn't just a destination, it's a feeling of peace, of tradition, and of timeless charm that lingers long after you've gone. Standing on Spain's Mediterranean coast, the city of Tarragona holds some of the most breathtaking Roman ruins outside of Italy. Once known as Tarraco, it was a major capital of the Roman Empire, and its ancient soul still lingers in the stones. As you walk through the old amphitheater overlooking the sea, it's easy to imagine the roar of the crowd and the drama of gladiator battles played out under the sun. The city is like a living museum. Towering walls, a Roman circus, and fragments of forums reveal layer upon layer of history. The amphitheater, dating back to the 2nd century, rests by the coastline in stunning contrast to the blue horizon. Beneath modern streets lie ancient passageways and mosaics, quietly telling the story of an empire that once ruled the world. Tarragona blends the glory of the past with the charm of the present, offering visitors not just sights to admire, but stories to feel. In this place, time bends and history becomes personal. Fuerteventura, the 2nd largest of Spain's Canary Islands, feels like another world. Raw, untamed, and impossibly beautiful. With its endless golden beaches, volcanic landscapes, and turquoise waters, the island is a sanctuary for those who crave both adventure and stillness. Here, the wind never truly rests, shaping the sand dunes of Coralejo and giving flight to kite surfers dancing across the waves. But beyond its natural wonders, Fuerteventura speaks to the soul. Ancient lava fields stretch into the horizon, interrupted only by small white villages and silent mountains. In places like Betancuria, time slows down to a whisper. The rhythm of island life invites reflection. Early morning walks on empty shores, the taste of fresh goat cheese under the sun, and the magic of a desert sunset painting the sky in fire. Whether you're riding the wind or soaking in silence, Fuerteventura is not just a destination. It is a feeling of freedom, of space, and of harmony with the elements. Nestled between green cliffs and the wild waters of the Cantabrian Sea, Cudillero is a small fishing village that looks like it was dreamed up by an artist. Its colorful houses, painted in shades of coral, sky blue and sunshine yellow, climb the hillside like a rainbow mosaic. Narrow stone streets twist through the village, leading to secret viewpoints, quiet cafes, and a harbor where fishing boats gently rock with the tide. But Cudillero is more than just picture perfect. It holds a proud maritime history, echoed in every salty breeze and every weathered net. Local legends say the village was founded by Vikings, and there's a quiet strength in its people that hints at centuries of life shaped by the sea. Days here pass slowly. Mornings bring the scent of fresh-caught seafood, and evenings glow with soft lantern light. As waves crash against the rocks below, visitors often feel they've stepped out of time. Cudillero is not just a place to see, it's a place to feel, where every moment is touched by color, salt, and story. Perched dramatically on the edge of steep cliffs, Cuenca is one of Spain's most striking and mysterious cities. Its legendary hanging houses, known as Casas Colgadas, cling to the rocky edges above the Huecar River gorge as if defying gravity itself. These centuries-old wooden balconies offer views that seem to float between the earth and the clouds, where architecture meets awe. But Cuenca is more than a feat of engineering. It's a gateway into Spain's medieval soul. Inside its ancient walls, narrow alleys twist between sandstone buildings, leading to hidden plazas and quiet cathedrals. The city pulses with culture, from modern art museums tucked into Gothic structures to festivals that fill the streets with music and color. Surrounding it all are the natural wonders of the Serranía de Cuenca, a landscape of forests, rivers, and limestone formations that whisper of forgotten times. Cuenca invites you to pause, to breathe, and to feel the harmony between human creation and nature's majesty. Spain is more than a destination. It is a feeling that lingers long after the journey ends. From colorful villages perched on cliffs to grand palaces echoing with the past, every step unveils a deeper connection to the land, the people, and the spirit of adventure. As we leave behind its sunlit streets and historic wonders, one thing becomes clear. Spain doesn't just welcome you, it becomes a part of you. Until we meet again, let its warmth live on in your heart.